Yes, y'all.
Pod
Yes,
folk,
yes,
what it
y'all.
is
And it don't
now.
stop. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. And it don't stop. You hear me?
Can't stop because it won't stop. Take that, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that.
Anyways,
Welcome.
welcome.
Oh, we
It's your
said that
boy,
almost at the same time.
Sincere Da Vinci.
It's your boy Jay Hunnit.
And this is the JSIN podcast. Welcome,
Woo! Welcome back.
Welcome, God damn it. We like y'all. We appreciate all y'all that have come. We've had some scheduling issues as late the holiday season and moving around tends to do that to you. But
Pretty
we are
much.
here at 8 o'clock. We will be on Convos.
Yep.
Yeah, man. This is our 98th episode.
Definitely 98.
Next week we'd have our 99th episode.
Mm-hmm.
That will be the last episode of the year.
Sure will be.
Then we will give you the date on when we will have our special 100th episode.
Yep.
Well, we will be giving away a couple things. I can think of a couple things like a Google Echo and a couple things that we're giving away.
A couple of goodies. Yeah.
And from there, our 100th episode is going to pretty much be a celebration of what we've done so far. And from 101, we're going to be getting into some pretty amazing things, some pretty amazing guests. I do not want to spoil anything or talk us up too much, but 2022 is looking already to be a big year for the JSIN podcast.
Definitely.
And we are excited. We are ready. Unfortunately, we have to start today with some. It seems like we've been starting every show recently.
Unfortunately, yeah.
With a RIP.
Yeah.
So go ahead and
well, first and foremost, pod folk, we will mourn the death of a true icon, and he's of Mexican descent, and he goes by the name of Vicente Fernandez, and he's gonna leave a void on the Mexican culture and on Latin culture and Hispanic culture in a whole, pod folk, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, he was the voice of a generation. Just as the way America saw Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley, this was what Vicente Fernandez meant to everyone, of Latin descent, of Hispanic descent, however you want to call it, pot folk. He got his flowers while he was still here in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He was basically known for his love songs, his songs of loss, actually, now that we're talking about a loss.
Nope.
And most importantly, he was known for his songs of patriotism, of true patriotism, which is why he became a man of the people. And, it's very disheartening, and it's very disappointing. We all know this is a part of life. Yet at the same time, it's very hard to accept. And, my condolences go out and, to all his family members, at this moment in time. He is survived by his wife, his children. He has a son, actually, who performs as well. His name is Alejandro. And he actually has a grandson who's starting to sing as well. I don't have his name. And, it seems like the legacy will live on. He'll never be forgotten.
Beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, we're talking about a person who has Grammys on both sides, Sincere.
Hey.
He has Latin Grammys.
You gotta understand.
He has Latin Grammys, and he has regular Grammys too. Regular American Grammys.
I don't think people understand how difficult that is to not only get a Grammy in general, but to do it. And man, that's crazy.
And to do it in multiple, cultures. It's just amazing. Obviously, like all musicians, he had a hard time, getting into the industry. And from what I read, his first big break came when one of Mexico's great singers by the name of Javier Solís died in 1966. So right after that, that's when like the record labels started calling in because they realized the talent that he actually had. It was just at that time, the artist that I'm telling you about that died abruptly, Javier Solis, he was in his moment. You know, he was in the prime of his career when he was trying to start out. So it was all a process. And as the decades went by, people started recognizing him more and more and more for his music. He's been in all the biggest arenas that you can think of in the world. I mean, his voice. I mean, we're talking about maybe 4 or 5 octaves, you know, talking musically. And this man's voice was just completely powerful. Once again, he was a true voice of a full culture and a full generation. I am talking about like my parents, you know, and I'm talking about even my grandparents, you know, they listen to him as well. And it's just a big loss for the Mexicano culture, and our hearts and, you know, and our energy and our vibes is all with them, you know, at this moment in time. And I just wanted to take the time out to just mention that.
Yeah, that's a heavy loss. There was a Mexican artist that I was watching a short documentary on not too long ago, and man, like his life story, he was some go hard dude. I forgot his name. I gotta look it up. And apparently, like he sang songs about like the cartel and all this type of shit.
Okay.
And like he had gotten like he would, you know, his story is like he was so deep in the music because, you know, he had worked for cartel, whatever the case may be, and he was like telling stories and saying like, you know, I guess talking bad or whatever, to the point of where like his last performance was caught on camera and someone handed him a piece of paper, and whoever it was from, it's not known who it was from, but like on the paper it said something to the effect of like, tonight is it for you, don't make a scene. And like he knew that this was going to be his last performance, and like he looked at the paper, didn't break stride, went out there, performed, and then like was like kidnapped or like never seen again or some shit like that after that. Like, but like he knew it, and like he just, man, I gotta pull up his name. He was a G, bro. He was a G. And when I'm just thinking of some of the people that I've listened to and I've come in contact with musically over my, like, you know, exploits of just trying to find really good music. You run into people like this, and you run into legends like Fernandez, and you hear their stories before you ever know who they are.
Correct.
Like their stories, like, you know, when you ever hear the term, you know, your name, the people knew of you before they knew what you did. Yeah, that's incredible, man. So rest in peace, Mr. Rest in peace.
Was it Sergio Gomez?
It might have been.
Okay.
It might have been.
Okay.
When I get a moment, I'll tell you while we got a couple minutes between.
No, of course, definitely.
Podcast. I'll look it up really quickly. By the way, folks, don't forget, go get your Jason merch. Go do it. Buy a cup, buy a shirt for somebody while they out here. It's holiday season. Go do it.
Get that merch, Pop.
Subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff.
Engage.
Continue to help us grow. We grew a bit last year. Well, this year.
Yeah. 16%.
After not being around for 9 months. After literally taking a 9-month break.
Yep.
Was able to come back and still grow damn near 20% on a quarter of a year. 3 months. 3 months. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And that's nothing but you guys.
Very promising.
And what makes that even better is, and I keep telling people, you have to forget this. You can't forget this. That is only on one platform.
Correct. That's only on Spotify.
That wasn't on Apple, and that's not on SoundCloud. That's
correct.
Only on Spotify. So we appreciate you. That's not on YouTube. Because on YouTube, this is everything was 100%. Everything was new. We just started doing the streaming in the last 3 quarters, and we've done well. We've done decently. I'm happy for us, and I'm proud of us. We're going to continue to go forward and be great.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, something else we need to jump into, and
definitely
the death of Demaryius Thomas. So now, Demaryius Thomas, if you haven't heard, passed
former
away.
NFL wide receiver, pop folk,
Super Bowl winner, 5-time Pro Bowler, Ring of Honor, Hall of Fame possibly, but definitely Ring of Honor, Bronco. The second pick that year by the Broncos behind Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
If you remember the one game, the very first game, actually, where they implicated the new overtime rules.
The first and last.
Yeah.
Playoff game for Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow to ever win was that one pass that they beat the Steelers in, and the recipient of that catch was Demaryius Thomas.
Demaryius Thomas, yes, he was.
Number 88. Apparently, what had happened is Demaryius retired 6 months ago from the NFL after 10 years. He was 33 years old when he passed away. He would have been 34 on Christmas Day.
Yep.
He was in a car accident not too long ago that started to give him seizures. Tim Tebow. Don't do that to Tebow time. Come on, bro. Don't do that to Tebow time.
Tim Tebow.
I mean, Tim Tebow. We can get to Tebow in a second. but
no, let's not get into Tebow in a second. Let's talk about Demaryius.
Okay, so Tebow. I mean, goddamn, not Tebow.
Oh gosh, here we go. Demaryius.
Right, so Demaryius. He got into a car accident where he started to suffer from seizures as a result of the accident. The seizures were becoming more frequent and more violent, so he ended up moving his family and friends closer to him. He was afraid of being alone. And his driver and his friend, a couple of days ago, he decided he was okay by himself, wanted to hop in the shower really quickly. And unfortunately, he had a seizure in the shower. And when they tried to reach him, nobody could reach him. His driver came back and found him, on the floor, unresponsive. 33 years old, tragic.
33 years old, definitely. He was actually honored by the City Council of Dublin, Georgia, actually. So he was basically given, some flowers at least, while he was alive as well. And condolences, to his family members. I mean,
it's sad. It's sad.
He's a God-fearing Christian man as well, which is something worth noting, I believe. And
I think his story, there's a book about him. I'm gonna pull up the name so we can post it. Yeah. I didn't think of now that I'm thinking about it, I should have thought of it beforehand, but I didn't. So please excuse me. Monday for me run from literally like 7:40 a.m. until 10:30 p.m. with no real break.
No breaks, no stops.
So please excuse me. Sometimes on Mondays, if I'm a little bit flustered because I may have forgotten things, but the book about Demaryius Thomas speaks about his mother and his grandmother going to jail for selling drugs. And I remember when their sentences were commuted, and she came and got to watch him play as a Bronco for the first time. Like the first time his mother got to watch him play football, he was a professional. But the book pretty much outlines how he grew up with all of his parental figures in jail in small town Georgia, and how he pretty much made himself his own example. And man, it's just it's hard to look at things like this. And for me, Demaryius always, like always, anytime I seen Demaryius, had a smile on his face. Yeah, anytime Demaryius, he had a smile on his face, and it was eerie because most NFL players, they want to come off like tough, and they want to come off, bad. Demaryius didn't care about none of that. He had a smile on his face from the moment they stepped on the field to the moment they stepped off the field, win or loss. He was just happy to be here. He was just happy to be here. He had fun playing the sport, bro. He did.
And I believe he was also, a great influence, to a lot of young people as well who were coming up, because when we're talking about Demaryius Thomas, the man and not the player, we're talking about someone who had zero controversies, no type of drama. He was strictly there, for the youth. He was strictly there for his team. He was strictly there for his family. So there's like a lot of great qualities that happen to be in this one individual. And it's just so unfortunate to see like this type of person, not be here with us and literally, just be gone. And it's just so tough. It's gut wrenching. I tell you.
It hurts. I remember watching Peyton and Demaryius work once Peyton got to Denver, and it looked like it was meant to be. It looked like it was meant to be. So quickly they clicked. They clicked so quickly. And if anybody who knows anything about how sports works, about how chemistry works,
chemistry is huge.
It's huge. They clicked immediately. And not to take anything away from any of the other players, the quarterbacks that he had played for, but they weren't Peyton Manning. He never got to put up those numbers he had with Peyton. Never got close to a Super Bowl like he did with Peyton.
No. Peyton actually set the record for touchdowns in a season with Demaryius Thomas. Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
He threw 55 touchdowns in a year, and Demaryius was the recipient of many of those touchdowns.
I remember, man. They were something else.
They were a great tandem, definitely.
Our prayers, our thoughts, and everything else goes out to Demaryius' family, and the Broncos, who we know are going through it. They all wore 88 in their helmets yesterday. So, Demaryius, we're sad you're gone. We hope you are find in peace wherever it is you may have, wherever it is you believe you've landed. Okay. So, from one great football player to a not so great football player, human remains were found in the hunt for ex-NFL player Kevin Ware's missing girlfriend. Now, Kevin Ware's girlfriend has been missing since a house party. Was it either in August or October? Where he said he hadn't seen him, or they were there, he left her there, whatever the case may be. And his story just didn't seem straight. It seemed crooked. And now human remains were found on the hunt for said girl. Let me tell you something about human remains. I don't know if you've ever gone and dug around your backyard, or dug around a park, dug around the beach. Nigga, human remains ain't just something you come across. You don't just come across a nigga body in your basement. You hear me? You don't just come across, a goddamn body in the beach. Come across a body randomly.
No.
If people are looking for a body in a specific area and they find the remains or some sort of human remains, chances are that's the body that we're looking for.
Yep.
Now, this still has a lot of twists and turns. This has a lot to before it's over.
Definitely, because the investigation is actually ongoing.
But it just continues the trend of NFL players behaving badly, especially when it comes to women. Especially when it comes to women. I don't know what or how or who did what here. But this isn't the kind of story we hear about baseball players. We don't hear these stories about basketball players. We keep hearing these stories about NFL players.
Just to interject, I've heard stories, regarding certain boxers, and violence, towards women as well.
Oh yeah.
But the stories at the moment, and I actually agree with you, have been far too frequent with NFL players.
And don't get me wrong, there have been NBA players who've done crazy shit. But if there's 100 instances, it seems like 80 of them are going to be NFL players. Now NFL, I'm gonna even take it back. NCAA. I don't know where we start here. I don't know where we start here because this isn't just an NFL problem. See, the thing about psychopaths and serial killers is they escalate. A person doesn't usually start out killing people. They start out small animals, birds, rodents, frogs. Then you move into bigger animals, cats, dogs, then even more animals. Then you start to move into bigger prey, and that's when things become dangerous. There's somewhere along the lines that these young men are crossing the line repeatedly, and no one is saying anything. No one is saying anything. So by the time they become grown men who act and have these urges the way they do, because they believe violence solves everything. They believe that the answer to a woman not listening to them is to strangle her, is to beat her. There's a problem here. There is a huge problem here. I keep saying this. Jay keeps saying this. We keep saying this. I don't know who we have to get to listen. There is a problem here. I don't know what we need to do or where it needs to start. NCAA, NFL, Pop Warner, Canadian League, wherever we start. There is a problem here. It should start at home. But a lot of parents are too busy. They don't see it, whatever the case may be. And the reason I say that is because most of you coaches know these players better than their parents. We need to do better. We owe it to these kids who turn into these monsters. We owe it to these young boys who turn into these monsters. We owe it to their victims. We owe it to the families of both of them. We need to figure out what to do here.
It's very unfortunate. And this has been a black eye, I believe, on the culture of football for a very long time. And I just feel like as a society, we're failing each other and we're not doing enough to make sure that everyone is okay from a psychological aspect. And I think as a professional athlete, just like a police officer, just like a fireman, just like someone who does a job that's risky and their lives can flash right before their eyes. They can meet death one day doing what they're doing. I've always strongly believed in doing checkups, at least with a professional. And I don't know if this is something that the NFL actually does at this moment in time or any level of football, but I think it's very important to maybe try to like have some sort of reform in a sense where you can see someone, you can see a professional to see how things are from a personal perspective and from a psychological perspective in your life at that moment in time, to see just how things are, how you think about things, how you see the world, your outlook on how you see women, how you portray women. And these are things that we just need to think about collectively as a whole, as a society, because this is just it just seems like it's just getting worse time after time after time. We had the situation with Zach Stacy not too long ago. Now we have this situation. We've had the Ray Rice's situations. There's been plenty of situations like Sincere just mentioned regarding the NFL. And I think the NFL has done a bad job in trying to get in between and impede, on some of these tragedies that are happening at this moment in time, and I think now more than ever is a time when we need to like just reflect on us as a people and just try to like let go of the bullshit that's going on in social media right now and focus our attention to things that actually matter in this life. And it's just gut wrenching all around, and I'm just thinking of, just of solutions maybe, because we can often talk about things, but if we don't have a solution or maybe something to ignite a solution, then we'll just be talking forever. And I think at this point in time, we really need to find a solution. The NFL needs to be a lot more proactive with how they analyze players from a psychological standpoint, because I know in the draft, before players get into the NFL, pot folk, they get this sort of like psychological analysis before they get into the game of football.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's very important to continue that. I know the NFL is a business. I know they're down with their TV contracts. They're after their money. The owners, want to get paid, in every way possible. The players themselves also want to get paid. But I think we need to step back. Even though it's a business, we have to be human as well. And I think we have to reach out, to just everyone collectively, because we can't pick and choose, who we're going to speak to. We just need to talk to everyone on the team. Let's say on a certain day, we'll just pick it. We'll have a team of maybe therapists, a team of psychiatrists, to just talk to the players, to see how everything is going in their life at that moment in time. And, hopefully they can be completely honest as to what's, going on. And it's just, gosh, we need to do better, as Sincere said.
Way better. Way better.
We need to be way more proactive with everything that's going on, in the world currently, especially in our personal lives, which is very important.
So, yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I can't do this shit no more.
That's terrible. And condolences to the family.
Yes, of course.
Because I don't have her name, and I apologize for that.
Yeah.
But my prayers and condolences go out, to her family. Hope they're not going to find any type of peace anytime soon, especially with this news.
Nope.
And and the person responsible needs to be held to the fullest extent of the law and be punished as such. Hey, Barbs.
What's good, Bobs? How are you? How are you? Glad to see you. Glad to see you.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Well, while we're here, real quick, just real quick. Well, you know what? God damn it, because I had to fix this. But we're here now. We're gonna talk about this.
Powerful. Don't forget to get that merch. We need you to promote us in every way possible. So get that merch. Get that merch. Pickett was robbed, by the way. Who was it? Kenny Pickett?
Todd roll.
Kenny Pickett was actually robbed.
Todd roll. Did you see how we rolled over them Georgia boys?
That was terrible. That was a terrible choice for Heisman.
Cincinnati.
That was a terrible choice for
Cincinnati. We coming for you. What the fuck is a Bearcat? Nobody knows. We coming for that ass. We skinning Bearcats, putting them on the ground, taking sexy pictures on them hoes like this.
Mm-hmm.
We coming for you. And then whoever went between Michigan and them Georgia niggas again, we coming for you. Yeah. 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 How that feel? How that feel? Yeah. Hold on. Oh, we went from sensitive subject to me not being so sensitive really quickly. Sorry.
I mean, we talk about a lot of different things, so it's in the nature of this show.
We do. So
it's in the true nature of this show.
So you feel like Bryce Young should not have won?
Hell no. He didn't do anything different than any other Alabama quarterback has done for the past decade. So it's like, I felt like Kenny Pickett I think it's Kenny Pickett. He was completely robbed. He should have gotten the Heisman. But you know what? It's a time for Bama. It's their time. They currently have the most stable dynasty in all of sports, basically, at this moment in time. So a lot of favoritism is going to come their way. So I'm not completely shocked of what happened. I'm just disappointed because I thought Mr. Pickett should have won the Heisman, because I don't think Bryce did anything special this year that any other Bama quarterback does, especially when they get to the pros. I think the most celebrated Alabama quarterback in the pros in the NFL was Joe Namath. And that was like I wasn't even a thought at that point in time. But you know what? It is what it is. Like I said, it's Bama's time. So they're going to receive most of the favoritism. So it is what it is.
Niggas love hating when they losing. Niggas love hating. Anyway, so what about your boy winning Coach of the Year, Coach Khaki Pants, the Harbaugh brother, winning
Coach Khaki Pants.
Coach Khaki Pants, and Michigan winning Coach of the Year.
I think he deserved it. I mean, if his team made it to the playoff, a team like Michigan historically has been some shit. So for them to be in the playoff the way they, basically when Jim Harbaugh got there, is it Jim? Yeah, because John is for the Ravens. Yeah, so this is Jim we're talking about. So when Jim Harbaugh got there, fresh from Frisco, basically, that team was nothing. It was nothing at all. And it took him at least 4 seasons, I believe, to get them where they're at right now. But I'll be honest, they don't.
You think
this is sad. This is sad. This is sad what I'm about to say right now, but I just envision Bama winning it all again. I mean, it's just I mean, unless Georgia has some like billboard material of some kind, because of the fact of the way that they lost and the way they got destroyed by Alabama. I don't see any of these teams in the playoff doing anything to Bama. I mean, Bama is just a well-oiled machine, unfortunately. And, I just see yet another trophy, another national championship trophy coming home to Alabama. it's just like Brady basically in the playoffs. You kind of anticipate Brady just making it to the Super Bowl again at least, and obviously winning it as well.
Gotta get that flex.
Wait, I'm surprised you don't have an Alabama tattoo.
Nah, not yet.
You don't have like a tide or what is it?
An
elephant?
Tattoo. I don't have a Nets Big Al. Yeah, elephant. I don't have a Nets tattoo either.
Okay.
Like, it's all right. The only sports team I have on me is the Yankees, and that's because the Yankees are bigger than just a sports team.
Yeah, definitely. Yankees are a cult.
The anybody in any borough, anybody in the world recognizes what the Yankee logo is.
Of course,
niggas who don't watch baseball,
it far transcends baseball.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's become almost a logo of New Yorkers. If it isn't, this is the stamp of nigga where I'm from is valid. Like this is
right.
Yeah, this is where I'm from, nigga. Like, yeah. So that's on me. All right. Quick question. What's on your Xmas list this year?
I'm going to see if I could try to get a PS5. I'm going to see if I can also get a Nintendo Switch for someone. I'm not going to mention it here on the podcast because I don't want that person's parents to go crazy. But I have that on the list. I also have actually, I'm not going to say it on this podcast, but I have something like crazy like on the list. Yeah, for the wife. For the wife. For the wife.
On the convos tonight. We get to that.
Yeah, pod folk. Before I forget, please join us 8 p.m. Eastern on the Combos app. If you need an invitation, hit one of us up. We'll try to get you in there.
We'll get you, Cuddy. We already got you in there. I want to hear no excuse why you're not there tonight. None, my definitely. Nigga. None.
We talk about more personal things on the Combos app, by the way, pod folks. So we would like for you to join us as well. And you'll be able to interact as well, and you'll be seen just like you're seeing us right now. You'll be seen as well. You'll have
way more interactive,
way more interactive than we are right now.
Way more in touch and in tune.
And the spotlight will be on you.
I got my PS5. It's sitting down at the sister's house.
Nice.
Bam got a bunch of skateboard stuff.
Right.
I'm getting my brother-in-law some pool. Like the house, they got a game room now.
I just hope none of these people are listening to the show right now that you're saying all these things.
I mean, who knows?
Right.
All I know, them niggas probably listening. Bam not. I know Bam ain't listening, but I don't think my brother-in-law listening either. But yeah, so but yeah, what I want on my list, I got this cool that the travel bag, the overnight bag I showed you.
Mm-hmm.
That's on my list. A pair of red Beats to go with it. That's on my list.
Okay.
There's a Louis Vuitton Apple Watch band that I wanted.
Okay.
So my mom's already told me she got that for me. So that's going. Nigga said convos don't work on my phone. Yes, it do, nigga. Don't lie to me.
What do you have, Android?
But yeah, so it's on one of them things, bro. Like, yeah, my mom's got me the wristband, the watch band I wanted.
Okay.
I got some shoes. I wanted some Crocs. I'm real simple. I ain't want a whole lot of shit.
Right.
And that's more shit than I usually want at all. Usually I don't want nothing.
Yeah, I got myself an early Christmas present right here, actually, with the iPhone 13 in Sierra Blue.
S20?
Oh. Yeah, he has Android, yeah. I have both. I have this one. Yeah. And I got this one, powerful. Ooh, this is a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold. Amazing phone. Amazing ass phone. Nah, this phone is amazing, bro. You can't front on this phone. It got 3 screens. Like, I don't give a fuck if it had 8
screens.
This shit is impeccable, bro.
I don't give a fuck that bitch had 12 screens. I don't. What that mean?
This shit is truly impeccable.
What good are 12 screens if only 4 of them shits work? Nigga, look at you. You got to blow on your phone like an old Nintendo cartridge. Look at that shit.
Nah, I'm just
Don't
taking a
nobody
little
want
bit of
that
dust
shit.
off of it. That's it. No big deal. But it's a superb phone for media consumption. And like, for instance, if you're reading something, this is literally like a book. So it's like you're reading it. You know about this phone, Cuddy. If you a Galaxy head, you know about this. This phone is like the ultimate.
Ain't nobody worried about what Cuddy know and about what he is doing right now. You know what's funny though?
What?
I'm gonna show you what's so funny to me.
What's so funny?
Why can't it?
That's your Apple Watch?
Yeah. I'm trying to it's crazy because I don't know if you can see it. There we go.
A little bit.
There we go. Wait, god damn it.
I can see it. That watch got a big ass face.
It does. But I'll be going through the pictures. Like I only can have so many pictures on here at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And from there it automatically just I don't know how you put it. But like it cycles through a certain amount of pictures that's on my watch.
Right.
And it's funny because me and Cuddy, the last time he came to visit me, he's on here on my watch.
Right.
So that's I don't know that shit like that. I'm a very finicky type of person when it comes to shit like that because I don't know. That's just me. I'll be having.
No, that's cool.
Why is it not? Why is it not? Hold up, man. Why is it not working? Oh, this shit weird. Hold up, this shit is not what I wanted. I don't know what the fuck this shit is. Yeah, I guess it's there. But anyway, yeah, I had a whole different. Yeah, one of my pictures is Cuddy with last time it came to visit. So anyway,
Gotcha. I got you.
It just makes me happy, man, because I keep my nigga with me on my wrist when I be moving around and shit. So I be having. You did too, Jay. You, Dorian, all my like everybody.
So what is it like a wallpaper or something like that?
Yeah, and shit. Like,
okay, nice.
That was from LA.
All right, we was LA for the conference, right?
That's Dor. You can't see it, but that's me and Dorian.
Okay. Nice.
Like, you know what I mean? So I be
that was at your sister's wedding, right?
Yeah, so I be keeping the niggas that's important to me, bro, on like close to me and shit.
That's what's up. That's a real thing right there.
Don't make this strange, Cuddy.
Don't make this awkward.
Yeah, don't make this weird. But yeah, like people, you know, I'm very finicky. So especially on days like today, when it'd be a long ass day, and like sometimes I'll be feeling by myself, or sometimes I'll be busy, and
right.
I look down, I see a picture of you, or I see a picture of Cuddy, or I see a picture of like my mom's or Diamond or my nephews and shit, and it just kind of revamp a nigga why I be doing what I be doing. Like nigga, like there's a lot of niggas out here trying to win. So let's get that shit up off your shoulders and let's get back to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So there's Grinch or Scrooge. Who would you rather be?
I think I'll be Scrooge because that nigga rich.
Thank you. Thank you. Great asked me this question. She was like, would you rather be the Grinch or Scrooge? I was like, I'd rather be Scrooge because that nigga rich. She's like,
exactly.
Like,
I'd rather be rich and miserable than just miserable without richness.
Exactly. She was like, but at least Grinch wasn't miserable. He just hated people, and then he got over that. I was like, but he was still poor.
Yeah, he was still shit poor after that. Yeah,
exactly. Like, so
he still had to go to customer service at a call center or something like that. Like, nah, bro, Scrooge had the bread.
So now I don't like Christmas. So what? I'm still rich. Buy humbug. Fuck you. I don't care about this shit.
Who gives a fuck?
I'm gonna fly somewhere where they don't have Christmas.
Exactly. I'm flying somewhere warm.
Exactly. I don't give a fuck. I'm green.
In a private plane.
I'm green. I'm a green, fuzzy fucking thing. Ugly. I don't even know what I am. I don't even know what I am. I'm a green fucking thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what am I?
You're a green bean.
Fucking
Scrooge 1,000 times over.
All right. This is where we take our break because we have half an hour before we have to come back
on the
do this all
combos
again.
app.
So, man, some of the stuff coming up in the new season, in the new year, bro. I know I haven't even told you about some of it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you about one person.
But it's a lot to be excited about.
I'm gonna tell you about one person.
Mm-hmm.
We have scheduled. I'm not gonna use his name.
Mm-hmm.
He is a recovering. He is a what was the word? Well, he is a recovering coon.
Who? Recovering coon,
Bro.
If you know what that is, pot folk.
Bro, when I mean
COON, coon.
When I mean we got Stormy Maya coming back on. I don't rap with her.
Mm-hmm.
The recovering coon, bro. When I mean I talked to him for a couple hours to see where his head was. And when I mean he was lost.
Mm-hmm.
He was lost.
In the sauce.
Talking about on some real get out type shit.
Yeah.
Like how he was like the town he was in, like people was walking up to him and like he was like letting them pet him and shit like that. And like
that's how bad it was.
Like these white women was fucking him and like in chains and having him like call him Toby and shit. Like these are their fantasies and like small town behind the back America. Like bro, some of the things he was telling me, I cannot wait. We cannot wait to get him on this show to tell y'all some of these things. It ain't gonna be one of those hour-long shows. So when we get him on here, y'all might as well grab the popcorn. Grab the popcorn, grab your favorite chair, grab your favorite seat. It's gonna be a 2.
And what you like to eat. Yeah, it's gonna be 2
to 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours.
So we're preparing y'all from now, power folk.
But man, some of these interviews and some of these people we got coming on, man, I'm excited. I am excited, truly excited.
Me too.
Some athletes, some other people coming on, but we ain't gonna talk too much.
It's gonna be a fantastic 2022.
This is a wrap on goddamn
98,
and we are gonna say real quick before we leave, congratulations to our homie, my brother Blake. He got his show put on in syndication, so he is now officially a television producer. Art Bay is now on syndication. Go look for it, man.
That's our guy right there. Definitely.
So we love you, everybody who's listening. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to share,
like, subscribe, follow, all the audio platforms. Follow us: Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts,
all that.
YouTube. We could use some subscribers on YouTube, and please, pot folk, please get that merch. Get that merch.
Get them.
Get that merch.
Get it. All right, y'all. Be safe out here.
Have a wonderful week.
Hey.